5 minutes starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Start by going to chat.openai.com and we'll jump into our first prompt example. Have you ever gotten home from a long day to realize you forgot about dinner? You've got some random groceries left, but you're not sure how to combine them into a meal? By asking ChatGPT for help, we can come up with a dinner to cook based on ingredients we have on hand. I also complete weekly meal planning in just a couple of minutes thanks to ChatGPT, which saves me both time and money, and I promise I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. Another great way to use ChatGPT to save a bit of time is to ask it to summarize something for you. It can summarize books, movies, theater, podcasts, news articles, academic papers, really any kind of content that you can think of. Here's the prompt I use and one example of how ChatGPT responds. I'd argue this is a pretty accurate description of Great British Bake Off. Next, we've all had moments where we need to brainstorm new ideas, but we're stuck with a head full of crickets. This never has to happen to you again. The prompt for this is pretty simple. Here's one example of how I use it recently. Make a list of 20 ways I can show my romantic partner that I care about them. We live in Canada, love curling, and have been together for 5 years. Ask me a question before you answer to improve your response. You'll notice that the more specific and detailed our prompt is, the better ChatGPT's response will be. It's just like a human assistant. If you give it vague instructions, you might not get the exact response you're after. With a single sentence, you can create a step-by-step guide for how to do anything. In the example, I've asked it to help me start a business. This truly might be my favorite prompt. I've used it to learn so many new things. It gives faster and more personalized answers than Google, which is especially impressive given ChatGPT's knowledge cutoff date of September 2021. Ever wish you could read your kids a personalized bedtime story? Create a personalized children's bedtime story featuring a magical adventure with your child's name, their favorite fictional character named favorite character's name, and their best friend's name, best friend's name. Incorporate their favorite color, your favorite color, a favorite animal, you put that there, and a special magical power, and then you'll put your child's magical power that child's name discovers. Make the story engaging, fun, and soothing to help child's name drift off to sleep. Now, I won't read the story it wrote just for the sake of time, but feel free to pause the video if you want to read the whole story. Sick of spending hours on emails? There's a prompt for that too. Please summarize the following email and suggest 3 different potential ways to respond, and I'll pick one for you to write. Use a friendly, professional tone in the responses, and then you'll copy and paste your email at the end. ChatGPT then gives you 3 choices for how to respond. You pick one, and then it drafts the email for you. Make sure to read over and edit the draft. ChatGPT isn't always perfect, so you need to double check its output. You might have noticed that I asked ChatGPT to write in a specific tone in my last prompt. Our next prompt helps us identify what tone a particular piece of writing uses, which then makes it easier to ask ChatGPT to write in that tone in the future. Now, here's the prompt and an example of it assessing the writing style of the ChatGPT Wikipedia page. Now, you're probably already thinking up a bunch of ideas for your own prompts. So here's a prompt you can use to help improve the prompts you write yourself. Please read the following ChatGPT prompt out of 100 and then tell me 10 ways we can improve it. Don't update the prompt until I tell you which of your suggestions I like. ChatGPT prompt equals, and then you'll paste your prompt at the end. Then you can pick which suggestions you want to take, and ChatGPT will improve the prompt for you. I actually used this prompt to improve all of the prompts I've shared with you today in this video. Next up is the more advanced meal planning prompt I promised to show you. It's a bit long, but I promise the added detail makes this prompt generate amazing weekly meal plans that are tailored to your exact preferences. The prompt starts by giving ChatGPT a clear statement about the goal of the prompt. Create a personalized meal plan for me, considering the following details. And then you'll go into the detail about your dietary requirements, macro needs, cuisine preferences, cooking preferences, ingredients that you'd like to use up, etc. Then ChatGPT will create a meal plan for your approval. Once approved, ChatGPT will generate a shopping list and an easy-to-follow recipe guide for the meals. Here's a recent meal plan I generated for my family. We save money on groceries every week by using this prompt. Oh, time's up. You can easily copy and paste any of the prompts I mentioned in this video directly from the video's description and subscribe for more ChatGPT prompting tutorials. Thanks for watching.